Former presidential candidate Andrew Yang spoke this week in South Carolina, where he was campaigning for the Democratic representative for the representative this week. Yang said, "Joe Biden will decide the race in November, including the independents in Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia, Michigan. Joe, happy to say, in Southern Carolina, I made some conversations me like people would really come to me. Do you really think Joe can lose Trump?" Dean Phillips says the primary challenging cannot be selected by Biden resisting the delightful DNC. Yang said that voters believe that middle-aged African women and half of the table Biden is not well positioned to win. Orum I agree with this half. Yang said. Yang also had a sharp criticism for the DNC, which he said he did not encourage democracy during this candidacy process. DNC's most extreme thing suppress democracy is to cancel the principles in Florida and North Carolina and try do it in another state. I mean, it is ridiculous to defend democracy on one hand and then talk about to cancel the principles on other hand. So if the Democrats want to implement democracy, they will have these controversy. This will involve real competitive principles. New Hampshire voters Biden, DNC was disappointed with. He will not give us the time of the day, Yang continued. If the Democrats were a real competitive primary, for example, the bosses say to Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer and J.B. Pritzker others, please run the crown ceremony that threatens take it. When he was asked why more important Democrats, including the Democrats who were running for the president in 2020, did not talk anymore about Biden's candidacy, Yang compailed his candidacy as crowned. If you look at candidates from 2020 Democratic field, a very important part of them did not go to everyone under direction of Biden or Washington as a Democratic election. Biden and word Democratic Party. You can say, this is in South Carolina in last days. Okay, I will pay attention to the word organization and wait 4 years as they are positioning themselves for 2028, including Gavin Newsom. The risk of throwing Trump defeated. I think this is a mixture personal interest conformity. He continued. This is what many people come out of the path of Joe. Dean Phillips won approximately 20 of votes the first New Hampshire, in which President Biden was not ballot, and Yang 63 won and 90 Jayon as a manuscript nominee called surprisingly impressive. This was great success and a clear sign for competitive primary for Joe Biden. Yang said.